You guys ask a lot of questions in the comments. I don't get to enough. I'm going to answer them on video so everybody can hear the answers, because if you're asking them, other people need to hear them as well. Okay, so I'm going to go off my last video. I'm going to edit this a little bit because I don't want it to be boring. I have not looked at any of the questions. Okay, I'm going to answer them on the fly. If we need a dog, I'll grab a dog if there's a dog applicable. So I'm going to start looking for questions. I'm going to answer them right now. If you have a question, it might get answered right now. Okay, so here we go. Scrolling down through my last video, which was about basic obedience, dogs doing sits and downs on walks. Okay, here we go. Slim Shady writes, I don't know if that's the real Eminem writing to me, but we'll see. Can I get some advice about how to help my border collie? Reactive to almost everything, barks at dogs and sometimes people. Once he actually tried to lunge at someone, it totally surprised me, as I just didn't expect that. He always lunges at cars. I always try to redirect and correct him, but he always lies down like a typical collie stance and refuses to move or remove his attention from what he's focused on. Okay, so tried to lunge at somebody. He reacted to almost everything. Okay. I actually did a phone session with someone 2 days ago. Her dog also reacted to cars. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I told you, okay? By the way, you can sign up for a phone session at beckmansdogtraining.com. They fill it fast, so check that out. All right, here's what I told her, and here's what I'm going to tell Slim Shady. The lady I did the phone call with, she has a driveway, then it goes to a street. Her dog reacts to cars. So here's what I said. You walk down your driveway, okay? You walk down your driveway. Right when the cars become visible, it's different for everybody. Everyone's situation's a little bit different, okay? But this is for car reactivity, then I'll get to his other questions. You walk down the driveway, right when the dog sees the car, you stop and you put your dog in a sit. If the dog is like, I can't sit, there's cars over there, and the dog's just looking at cars go by, they're not ready to move forward. They're in fact not even ready to be where they are right there. So you are going to walk backwards. You've seen me do it 100 times. Dog's like, oh my God, cars. Not freaking out yet because you stopped early, right? When most everybody, including this person, they just keep walking, dog freaks out to cars. You have to catch them early. They have a threshold. Every dog has a threshold. It changes, but they have a threshold on any given day. So you walk, you have your dog sit. Dog goes, I can't sit, there's cars there. You go, fine, pop. You walk the other way, you walk 5 feet away, you put them back in a seat. At that point, they most likely are going to be able to sit. If they cannot sit, you don't give them a cue. You just go like this, give them a correction, walk back 5 more feet, tell them sit. Now you are farther away from the cars, plus you have done this thing where you're tripping your dog out because you've never done anything like this. So they're like, I better watch this lady. And then they sit. Oh, you're with me now. Maybe the dog's like, oh, there's cars, but I got to watch this crazy lady because she keeps turning. Then you go, okay, and you start walking, and maybe you do another sit, or you keep walking for a bit, and then the dog goes, oh, there's cars, and it starts to go in front of you. You do a correction, and you turn. And you slowly, for the lady I talked to, work your way down that driveway, doing turns back and forth. The dog is going to let you know when they're ready to continue on the walk. If you stop and say sit, and they say, I can't sit, I don't hear you, I don't care, I'm worried about cars, you go, okay, great. We're not ready for this. There's no treats involved. This is a correction and a walk backwards to get them away from the thing, and the correction is to say, you can't just blow me off. You can't just ignore me, okay? So that is what I want you to mainly keep in mind. So to his question, this dog lunged at a person as well. This one, Slim Shady's dog, gentle leader. I doubt Slim Shady is using a gentle leader. You got to use a gentle leader when these dogs lunge. They lunge and their whole head turns and they go, I don't want my head to turn. And they often stop lunging. It's the most bang for your buck. I can tell you what else to do. It's a process. First do the gentle leader, then get back to me if that doesn't work. Do a phone consultation after you get the gentle leader, Slim Shady. Okay? All right. Let's see. One common thing I said, okay, stop training at the end of the walk. That's not a question. Okay. Hey, Joel, can you do a video and training a puppy basic obedience. My puppy only does the commands when there are treats in sight. What should I do in this situation? This is from Andrew 3 hours ago. You fake them out. That's what you do. There's a middle of the road between having a treat and saying, sit, and the dog being like, there's a treat, to you just saying, sit. Okay? You take your hand like this. You still have treats or treats on your counter. You take your hand like this, like you have a treat. You lure them into a sit or you lure them into a down. When they do the behavior, you then take the treat out and give them to them. Give them the treat. It's no longer in your hand. They're no longer just blindly following a treat, sitting down, go to their bed. Oh my God, there's a treat. They are now following your hand, and they will follow it if it looks like this. But then they do the behavior. Then you go, boop, here's the treat. So they learn, I get a treat, but I don't just follow a treat. There's a middle of the road there that most people don't get. It's called fading, okay? And I fade all the time without a treat, but I use the hand. The dogs aren't just blindly following a treat. They're following the way your hand is shaped, okay? But you still need to give them a treat. It's not do behaviors with a treat, then one day, no more treats, dog. It's like, you'll get a treat, but I'm not gonna give them to you for blindly following the treat. You have to shape that behavior. You have to condition them to understand this. I still, when I say come, every dog, I still go, come, just like I have a treat. Come recalls a tough behavior. I want to do everything in my power to get that dog to come. Then when they come, I'll grab the collar. If I have treats here, I'll go, good job, or I'll give them pats. But I still give the command like this, like I have a treat. Yeah, but they're following the treat. No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay, good. Here we go. Hopefully that answers your question, Andrew. What age can we expect this from a puppy? Is 6 months too early? So the video that they're commenting on is a video of Gracie doing down stays on leash on my property, but she would have been about the same, probably out on a walk. You know, 9 months, oh, he says 9 months, question mark. 9 months is a big marker for me. 9 months is when I think they're kind of like, they're getting to be adults, okay? They're like, whatever age they are, like almost, 12 or something, people years. 9 months is a good age. That's when I like to start my go-get method with recall. That's when I like to start, when they leave you, give them a correction. 9 months is a good age. So yes, around 9 months. I mean, you could, with puppies under 9 months or under like 7 months, you just want to be like treats and they pop up and that's okay. You want to, if they get up from a down, that's okay. But then at some point, it's not okay. 9 months, it's kind of not okay. Maybe a year, because 9 months they're hitting that fear period up until a year. So once they're out of that fear period, we really know that they're not overwhelmed by the world. And we can say, knock it off, go back to your bed, stuff like that. So 9 months, a year, definitely by a year. You're over a lot of behaviors by a year. If your dog is doing counter surfing, jumping on people at a year, you're over it. Be over it. Mark the behavior, they jump on the counter, off! Go grab their little butt. Pull them down, sit them down. Dog goes, oh my God, okay. Makes sense? How much do you charge? Oh, I'd like to get my dog seen by you. How much do I charge? Depends. You can go to my website, beckmansdogtraining.com, sign up for any sessions. All right, that is all the questions from my last video. There's a lot of comments. That's all the questions, I believe. Okay? Okay, that's it. Hopefully that helped Andrew, Slim Shady, somebody else. Let's ask that last question. Subscribe, like, and comment.